The course wildly exceeded my expectations because it wasn't just about coming to the gym, learning practical, going over some of the classroom stuff. It was about the experience as a whole. It's just been a fantastic experience that makes you want it to go on for more than 2 weeks. I'm from the UK, and before this I was working as a postman in the UK. Throughout my whole life I'd always loved sports. It always sort of been there in the background, and sort of halfway through my university course I realised that sports was actually the way I wanted to go. I wanted to use it every day in my life and try and help people sort of like fall in love with sport or fall in love with a healthy lifestyle that I had done myself. I chose equity for a number of reasons. I found them online, and I phoned up because I was looking at a number of suppliers in the UK. I was just getting bogged down with all of them trying to undercut each other. So I phoned up Equity and I spoke to Toby, and he just explained how the course worked and explained that you come to one of their campuses and you spend a period of time there going through practical help, and that was what really appealed to me, because if you're learning just online, you can only learn so much because you can have distractions there, whereas if you're here, living it, breathing it every day, all day, you're going to get the most out of it, and that was why I chose equity. I was worried about how I could come across in a gym environment. Sometimes a gym can be quite scary, especially for newcomers, or rightly or wrongly, people who aren't really big, strong and muscly. So I was a bit nervous that not being super muscly, that would sort of lose me a bit of credibility. But I learned here that you can be an amazing PT without having every single muscle pop out. You can be just as good as the guys who you see in the magazines and stuff. And that's one thing that I learned, to have confidence in myself and my abilities regardless of how I look or people perceive me. So the online learning and coursework were challenging. They really force you to use your brain, think long and hard, do some study, research, but they were really rewarding when you spend hours on a piece of coursework and you come back and the feedback's all positive, it makes it all worthwhile. They really got you ready for the practical course as well, so depending on how much knowledge you have before you start the course, it really sort of is either a revision or you learn everything that you're going to have to know prior to coming to the course. The support and the guidance before the course was really excellent. If I ever had a question, I would just send an email, and in no time at all I had a response. It was really helpful and would point me in the right direction without just giving me the answer, so it didn't force me to use my brain still, but I knew if I ever had a question I was going to get the answer I needed. The content of the practical course, again, was really stimulating. It wasn't just a revision of everything we've done online, so we weren't just sat down just sort of going over stuff we've already done, but it did go over the parts that most of us would generally find challenging. But for the most part we were actually in the gym doing practicals, not just sitting in the classroom just sort of waiting for the clock to sort of count down to 5. So the content was really interesting. It was explained in a different way that you just can't seem to get online. It makes it a lot clearer, so yeah, it was really good. So the tutor team here at Dénia have been really great. They've sort of become an extension of our group, able to have a laugh with them, have a joke, get to know them, hear about their experiences, how they've done in the industry, how they've developed in the industry, but as well they know the boundaries of tutor to I guess client. So if we had a question, back into it, tutor head on, let's help you, let's try and get you to where you need to be to to do well in this course. So they were really great, they're really helpful. The residential experience, I was a bit nervous beforehand, having done uni and had experience there, but honestly it could not have gone better. Arriving at the apartment on the first day, I was blown away with how nice the apartment was, and I was put with a guy that I really got on really well with throughout the whole 2 weeks. Sort of arrived as strangers, definitely leaving as lifelong friends, so that's been really great. It's just helped to round off the experience as a whole, so it's been amazing. So the PT clinic was a really smart thing to implement on the course, because trying to do practicals, we're sort of using sort of like people from the group as your client, and that sort of like has its limitations, because you know that generally everyone knows how to do the exercises, whereas if you go to the PT clinic, you have someone from the outside world come in, and it really helps you put what you've learned into practice, because here, doing it with you know people in the group, they know how to do the exercises, whereas someone coming in, they might not necessarily know how to do it, they might not have the love for sports, they might not be sort of as invested in sort of like health and fitness as you, so you just got to like tweak and adapt your approach, sort of like get them through. But it was definitely a really good experience before the practical assessments, for sure. As a result of doing this course, I've learned how to be adaptable, so different people respond to different approaches. So for someone, you might have to like really get the energy up to get them to respond. For someone else, you might just have to sort of talk sternly and calmly right next to them without getting up in their face. And it's all about being sort of like tuned in to sort of like the person, their personality, their character, just to try and get the best out of everyone without using the same approach, because obviously everyone's different. I feel very prepared for a new career following this course. I feel like I'm already super confident, even though I haven't started as a PT yet. I definitely feel like I've got the skills to go in on day one and sort of like express what I know in a way that's going to be safe for the client, safe for me, and safe for other gym users. And I honestly, I can't wait. The course wildly exceeded my expectations, because it wasn't just about coming to the gym, learning practical, going over some of the classroom stuff. It was about the experience as a whole, and the tutors have been like other friends on the course, you know, very approachable, very friendly, up for a laugh, and it's just been a fantastic experience that, you know, makes you want it to go on for more than 2 weeks. The course was a fantastic investment, especially because in the UK, like lots of companies are trying to undercut each other by cutting out some of the practical aspects of the courses, and I just don't think that you leave as good a personal trainer as you would for somewhere where you spend 12 days living and breathing personal training. Because if you send in a video, for example, if there's something kind of wrong, a tutor might not necessarily address it, but if they're there right in front of you and something's a little bit off, you're just going to mention it, it's going to make you a better PT, so it was absolutely worth the investment. So now that I've graduated as a Master PT, I intend to use this certificate as a PT. I've got a job waiting for me back in the UK as a personal trainer, so I'm definitely primed and ready to go from day one, and I can use all the skills I've learned here every day from Monday.